Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SME United. My name is Alan Noak. The CB stage 2, so we can go out now, but not more than 5 people. Okay, today the topic is will and estate planning. Will and estate planning. So we're talking about something where they do it now, but it's about what happened after we are not around. So a lot of people don't like this topic, they avoid it. We talk about life and death. So, but today we openly talk about it. So please stay with us and have a great time. Jose.
Okay, good afternoon. SME United, please help us to share this live streaming so that more people can see this streaming, and like our Facebook page if you are seeing from our Facebook page, or subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are seeing through our YouTube channel, so that you'll be able to inform of more on live streaming webinars again. Next, please. So SME United is a platform for collaboration, networking and exchange for business transformation with digital technology and innovation in order for us to thrive and excel in this volatile environment.
Okay, today the story, the first story is about Storm of Tangxing, Tangxing Fung Bao. It's a very famous TV series. So once upon a time, there was a father called Joba. Joba is built a business with Elbelon. Elbelon earn a lot of money. He's so rich. He got 2 wives. First wife and second wife. They're so happy. 2 families so happy together. But only until one day Joba passed away. Yes, he has a will, but his will is not really clear, and that's why his second wife and the first wife's son go to the court and fight for the inheritance of Joba. and then the family broken into pieces. But at the end of the day, because of love, the second wife, this is the second wife, okay, give up the court case, then they come back together and become a happy family again. So stay on and avoid and not unsure you will not become the actor or actress of Tang Xing Feng Bao. Please understand what is will and what is really estate planning. Today we have two speaker, very experienced speaker in will and estate planning. Jose.
Okay, Bernard Fung. He's a practicing estate and succession practitioner and with 13 years of experience in the financial advisory sector, specializing in trust and business succession planning. Our next speaker, Yvonne Wu. She is a practicing estate and succession practitioner with 19 years of experience in the insurance industry, specializing in protection and legacy. So these are the profile of Bernard and the profile of Yvonne.
Hello. Hi, Alan.
Yes.
Jose.
Okay, good afternoon. So if you need to contact Bernard Fong and Yvonne Wu, we have made this thing QR code for you. It's quite easy. You just need to scan and you have their contact details. If not, you can see from there their website.
Okay, so again, today our topic is will and estate planning. Again, I really don't like to talk about my will. I need to talk about after I die, what should I do with my wealth, property? I don't have a lot, but I still have something to do with. But to start this discussion, and I want to ask, what is really a will, Bernard?
Hey, hi, Alan. Before I start, just thank you for having us here today. I'm always very happy to share more about wills and trusts so that people can understand it better and most importantly, do it well.
Okay.
So actually, it's very simple. It's just a piece of document that you can write down all your instructions, right, of who you want to give your valuables to, after we are not around. So in the future, when we go on a permanent holiday, the court will follow your wishes, give your to your loved one. So that's essentially what a will is.
Oh, that means it's like whenever I go for holiday before that, I need to look for you lah.
I'm saying permanent holiday. Those kind forever go holiday one for long time, that kind.
How do I know that? That's why we need to prepare, right? So that's good. But again, that's why we come to the next question. I know this will is about something I'm not around to instruct people to do what. Then why do we really need a will, Yvonne?
Okay, thank you, Alan, thank you, Jose,
Yes,
and thank
welcome.
you, SME United, for inviting me to speak in your webinar. Okay, so before I touch on why do we need to write a will, okay, so I would like to remove this very common misconception, that wills are only for the rich and wealthy. So it's no. Okay, so a will is not only for the rich and the wealthy. Okay, regardless of how much, or how little you have, having a will, right, ensures that your wishes are heard. Okay, so like Benjamin Franklin wrote a letter in 1789, okay, which says that in this world, nothing can be said to be certain except for two things. Okay, so which are the two things? First is the taxes. The other one is death.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can estimate and calculate our taxes, but can we predict our death? No, right? So if there is no will, then a disease estate, right, will be distributed in accordance to the Singapore's, we call that the Estate and Succession Act. Okay, we call it in short ISA for all non-Muslims. So for Muslims, there is a separate governance of Muslim law in Singapore, so which we will not be covering in this session. Okay, so this is ISA, the Intestate Succession Act. Okay, this is how the distribution would be under this act. Okay, let's just focus on the role that is highlighted in the red box. Okay, if the disease, right, is survived by spouse and issue. Okay, what is an issue? Issue here means children. Okay, legitimate children. Yeah, including legally adopted children. So in this case, right, spouse and children get half. Okay, half.
Yvonne, That means it's like
Yeah.
if I don't have a will, they will settle like this, right?
Yes, they will settle like this. Yeah, so this is
Okay.
a standard, it's fixed, okay? But something is missing here, okay? If you look back at this highlighted box, okay? The disease surviving parent, right, gets nothing. Okay, so once you have children, then your parents will have no share in your estate. They will not inherit anything from you. So if no one survives the disease, okay, so what happened? Now you look at the last row, okay? If no one is around to take over your the inheritance, the government will take 100%.
You mean an accident? All the whole family gone, something like that, right? That's why nobody will inherit.
Yeah.
I said, oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. The whole family gone. Then grandparents also not around. There is no uncle, auntie. There is no brother and sisters. Then yeah, all goes to the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
so it's fixed. It's fixed. Yeah. It's rigid, and then so it cannot reflect your intended distribution wishes. Yeah, especially when we have our own choice of beneficiary. Yeah. For example, godchildren, stepchildren, or maybe niece and nephew, they are out of this picture. Yeah. Okay, so lastly, I want to share this article on woman sues grandkids, okay, for trying to sell HDB flat. Okay, Madam Tan, right, who is a grandmother, and for 26 years, she has been paying every month $277 to Housing Board, okay, as mortgage installments for the 3-room flat that she lives in. Okay, however, at that time, she might soon have to leave her home because her granddaughters, right, were trying to sell the flat. Yeah. Then both the grandchildren, because both the grandchildren are registered owners of the flat, which they have inherited when their father passed away 11 years ago. So one of the granddaughters' defense was because she is not working at that moment and also expecting her second child. So she's saying that she's not taking the money to go and enjoy herself, but it's for her livelihood. Okay. However, because of this, right, the relationship between the grandchildren and the grandma, like most likely turns sour after this incident is exposed. Yeah, this is the result of the Singapore.
Yvonne, meaning it's like the grandkids heritage the parents' HDB flat, but actually the grandma pay the mortgage, pay the money. So the grandma is not happy and sue the grandchildren. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is what happened when I said earlier on that because this father did not do a will and he has to follow the Singapore intestate law, and it goes to his children, which is the 2 granddaughters, and the mother, right, has no share in the benefit. But because this flat she has been paying through for 26 years, yeah, and it might end up that she has no place to stay. Yeah, so that is the rigid and the inflexibility of ISA. Yeah, so yeah, so it can be prevented, if the the late father of these granddaughters have done proper estate planning.
I see. Okay, so I understand why we need a will, because we don't want to be at another episode of Tang Xing Feng Bao. But Bernard, what are the benefits to have a will? I know now I know why I need to have it, but what are the benefits actually?
Yeah. So actually there are of course many benefits lah. Some of that Yvonne already highlighted just now. So maybe for this question, let me just share with you 3 often neglected benefits that people always forget about. So the first one, right, is actually in a will, you can actually specify who is your executor. Yeah. What is an executor? Executor basically is the one that goes through the paperwork, the legwork to help you fulfill what you written in your will. A lot of times people forget about this role, very important.
So anyone can be executor, right? You can ask my wife, my children, anyone.
Yeah, I mean, they must be mental capacity, and then they must be 21 years old and above.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I can assign anyone. Okay.
Correct. A lot of people usually never think it through. Yeah, so they never use this benefit of will. So they maybe just assign their wife or their daughter. But what happened is that, you see, this is one of the very recent case. 29th May 2020, just like less than a month ago. The executor gets sued by the son, after he grew up and have to pay 87K because the executor didn't do a proper job. So like mismanaged the money. So a lot of times,
like that. So next time when people appoint me as executor, should I accept or not? The beneficiary will sue me.
It's a very troublesome job. As most laymen don't know how to do it. It's not like they purposely bad intention, they don't know how to do it. So I show you another example, the next slide. Yeah. So like there's this case, right, on the newspaper that there's a accident, the taxi uncle passed away. So of course they will sue the other person for compensation, right? And because the wife is the one that's settling all this, right, nobody to help her, right? She actually says that it's very emotionally draining. It dragged for 2 years. She's not happy with the final outcome, but no choice, just move on. Yeah, but if you're appointed,
That means is that he only can receive the money 2 years later.
Yeah, and the amount is not something that she's happy with. I mean, a breadwinner, 240,000, how many years can you survive, right? It's just a few years. So it's definitely not fair for the cab driver. Yeah, but to fight all this, the executor being your wife is very, very tiring, man. So actually, you can actually appoint professional executors to help you do the job. And it makes a huge difference. I show you the next case. Yeah. So similarly, right, there's a family, the CEO passed away due to liposuction. Then of course sue the clinic, right? So the
liposuction.
family initially want to sue 1 million. I mean, a CEO, 1 million sounds a lot. Okay. But in the end, fast forward, right, they appointed our company Precepts to be the executor. We took 10 years to fight the case. 10 years. Yeah. But in the end, we managed to win 5.3 million for the family. So
wow.
The professional executor save your family a lot of trouble. And if you put it down in your will, you can specify, you can decide all this before things happen. So don't put your family through this trouble of doing execution. Let them just focus on grieving over your passing.
So you're suggesting is like, we should have a will and then we should have an executor, but get a professional one like your company Precepts, right?
Of course, we are not the only one. We strongly suggest professional executor. So that's a first point that a lot of people never remember. It's one of the first line you put in your will, executor. The second point,
not bad, right? Not bad, right? If let's say I only sue for 1 million, but because I appointed you as my executor, I get 5 million.
Right, because they have the expertise. It's not me, I'm not the one. The right? They know,
right?
Yes, it's a corporate. Yeah. So the second, like I mentioned, 3 points, right? The second benefits, right, is that you don't have to give your money one lump sum. Usually, by default, things are given one lump sum. Yeah. Imagine you have 2 million, 3 million on a condo, give to your 18 years, 20 years old son, right? Do you think he will study or not? Yeah. So a lot of times, they buy fast car, they drive, end up your love actually ruin their life. Like a lot of example, like all this newspaper article about all this accident of the young drivers. So actually, in a will, you can consider delay the distribution. That means don't give them one lump sum. Like give them every month certain amount. If they go study, they can pay from this.
Oh my God! That means it's like the kids are so young, they have the money, they buy car, and then after the accident.
Yeah, I mean, if I think back, I'm 18 years old and I have 2 million, I don't think I will study uni.
I really don't understand what is 2 million when I'm 18 years old,
Yeah, I probably buy all the toys, go clubbing, spend. Yeah.
Wow, that's good. I mean, at least I know all these kind of benefit, get like executor. Then that's what it is.
Yeah, then the other thing is that a lot of business owners, right? The wife very good life, but Taiwan never worked before, so they don't really know how to manage money. And the same thing, you give them one lump sum, no planning, right? They may get cheated or they may just overspend. Like in this case, there's this I don't know whether you know this Changi airport worker, very poor. So they got donation, insurance, everything 1 million. But within 2 years, all gone.
How he spend the money?
Yeah, a lot of people come. The brother asked her for money to do business, but then the business failed. And she also said, "I don't even know where the money gone." Yeah, she just don't have the proper financial education to do it. So the children back to suffering again. So if you have the proper will, you can actually prevent all this. You can have a clear instruction on how to solve all these problems.
Okay.
Third point
Yeah, there's a lot of things to learn, you know. I thought like, okay, I die, then the money give to my brother or whatever, and they are not able to handle the money. It's better to have a trust lah.
Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
people forget about all this lah. Yeah.
Okay. Now my question is like, okay, I got a will, I got executors, I give the money to the young one with a trust. They can get bit by bit lah. Then I learn so much, you know. Usually we have to pay, you know, but when we are watching SME United, it's all free of charge. But how about the family dispute? You know, even though I get a very good executor, like it's a famous guy Stanley Ho, he still got a lot of disputes on the how to distribute his wealth among his 4 wife and 21 all the kids. So Yvonne, can you share something about like how are we going to handle this family dispute in will and when you write a will?
Yeah. So when it comes to estate planning, right, it has to be done so properly and always thinking of worst case scenario is to happen. So like if it happens, right, then you have to think, will my plan still work? Okay, like family disputes over inheritance are not uncommon. Okay, it's just that not all of them are published in the newspaper. Okay, but there was one that was in the reported in the paper in 2015, where the family fought over 540,000 proceeds from a room Holland Avenue 4 room flat owned by Madam Cheng. Okay, she passed away in 2011 due to pneumonia. So she has 4 children. Okay, and 2 of them died in 2010. And after Madam Chen's passing, her 2 remaining children, as you see in the article, on the left, okay, they actually, sold the flat, and then there was about 540,000 proceeds, and they divide the money among themselves, just the 2 of them. Okay, then the family members of Madam Chen's 2 deceased children, who are also beneficiaries, right, sued the brothers for their share of the proceeds. They say, hey, how come you sell the money, you don't distribute to us, you only split among the 2 of you. Okay, so what could have been done better in this planning after analyzing this case is the choice of the executor of the will. Okay, of course, choosing next of kin as the executor, your spouse, your sons, your children, is common because they are our closest family members. Yeah, and there is a high level of dependency, high level of trust. So perhaps, right, a more foolproof option is to get a professional executor that can execute your will without any biasness. Yeah.
I see.
So
that means it's like this case they have a will, they appoint executor, but the executor is also the beneficiary. That's why it's a conflict of interest, right?
Yes, that's right. That is right.
And the family members go and fight. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So that means
yeah,
it's like even I write a will, I must be also be careful how to execute it.
Correct. So the choice of executor, and then always think of worst case scenario. If your plan will still work or not. If worst case scenario is to happen, because you don't want any legal fights, especially if your family members. Yeah, and you don't want your family fight is all over the papers, right? And national papers. So a question that we can always ask ourselves is: do we want our loved ones, right, to receive inheritance of 1 million, but with a lawsuit that divides the family relationship, or will you be happier? Okay, if your family members have received maybe lesser than 1 million, but it can be received in harmony, and there is no tussle, there is minimal effort in paperwork and court procedures. Okay, you can choose. So yeah, like my mentor has shared this with me. Okay, she might be listening now. Okay, so it's like saying, don't let your own demise, right? Don't let your own death, right, become someone else's story. Okay, in Chinese we say that 不要把自己的事故 okay 当做别人的故事。
Okay, understand. Thank you. You see, there's a person called Henrietta Newton Martin. He already said that a will can save one's families from being put into a very embarrassing bit of legal case in case of death. But untimely means like when it's an unpredicted death lah. So it really gel with what Yvonne said, that let's say if you really love your family, I think we can really settle it, write a will by a professional, get a good executor. So you will never see the family go to court just because of the money. Don't say that we are loving family, but when it comes to this situation, they all go to the court.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. I always have this kind of confusion, like why a will, but what's estate planning? I already put everything in the will. Why I have to plan the estate? Bernard, what is
Yeah.
estate planning?
Ellen, I think that's a very common question that we get. And I think you can look at it this way. Estate planning is like the bigger picture, the thinking process behind it, and the will is the final product, the tools that you use to help you achieve what you plan. That's one aspect. And the other,
That means is that we should do the estate planning first, then we write the will, right?
correct, it's whole part of the process. If you just do a will, then maybe you miss out certain things. Like for example, in estate planning, we not just think about how to distribute what you have right now. We also want to think about, can we create even more wealth for your family? We also think about, can we reduce the leakages when we pass things on? Because every time you pass things on, sure got some leakage somewhere.
Yeah, leak to where?
Like for example, if you have property, after you inherit, it may, like for example, it may prevent your kids from buying a HDB, for example. Because now he inherited 25% of your condo, then he's not eligible to buy HDB anymore. So he end up have to buy a condo himself instead of HDB. And do you know he'll be taxed at ABSD? Because he already owned your condo and he want to buy his own. He got ABS. So a lot of these kind of leakages can happen if you don't plan for it.
Wow, so that's why we need Bernard and Yvonne. I mean, I can't handle this. Okay, then, I understand I need to plan my estate planning and do a will to prevent the leakages. So, my next question is like, I'm a business owner, I'm an SME business owner, maybe having like 10 million or 100 millions revenue a year. How do the estate planning can protect my business, Yvonne?
Yeah. Okay. So yourself as a business owner, you realize that building up your business successfully, right, take a lot of your own efforts, right? Or sometimes
Yes.
maybe not only your own, but together with your other business partners. So mostly, right, many business owners, they do not have any exit strategies or business succession planning to protect the business that they have spent their life building. So especially valuable assets, okay, such as the owner themselves and the key people the business relied on, okay, to keep it going. Okay, so it's very important to look at think of the plans that can ensure smooth transfer and succession of the business interest. Okay, in situations such as if the owner decided to go on a retirement, or the business owner had become disabled and will not be able to continue running the business, or perhaps also untimely death. Yeah, so there are 5 key questions I would like the business owners to think about when if you want to embark on estate planning is, what plans have been put in writing, okay, legally, regarding the transfer of ownership? Okay, who's going to control, who's going to manage the business if one day really you are not around to do that? Okay, then the second question, who will run the business? Yeah, when the owner is no longer involved. And what about the business debt? Okay, if there's any outstanding loans. And then is there a key person in the business? Okay, we're losing this key person either through death or disability, right? Affect the business profitability significantly. And then lastly is what plans have been made to ensure that the business owner's family, right, still have an adequate income, okay, in the event of untimely death. So would they be involved in or take over the business? So if they do right, then what would the other business partners think of? Would they be agreeable? Yeah, so once the answers to these questions are available to the business owner who are planning, then the how to protect his business and what strategies, right, to apply can then be easily formulated.
I see. That means it's like, it's not strict, very strict for question, unless it's a really one person, a one-man band business, then we easier to settle it. But when we have business partner, we have shareholders, so we need to do our asset planning to protect our business lah. Am I correct to say that?
Business, yes, protect the businesses, protect your partners, and also protect your family.
I see. So in this case, okay, I understand. So I really think about my business when I do my estate planning. And my another question is, okay lah, I need to protect my business. But why so important? Only protect my business, but overall, why is the estate planning so important to the business owner, Bernard?
Yeah. So like you have caught what Yvonne asked, right? There's so many questions that involve when you're dealing with estate planning for business owners. So if any of them are not dealt with, right, then we leave a lot of chances in the future. And there's a lot of sad stories where, you know, business owner, you put your heart and soul 30 years, 20 years building out the business. Then when things happen, right, it just crumpled because all these are not done. So I just share a story to illustrate. So do you know this company called SMEs? I think a lot of y'all definitely use their things before. They basically build all the roads in Singapore. Long time, 3 good friends in the 1970s built it up, very successful. Till now, it's still very big. But however, right, when the second generation comes, right, that's where things happen. Yeah. So they actually have a lot of disagreements, right, and they end up, right, you can see from newspaper suing each other and fighting over each other. Yeah, sometimes the parents, the founders, will think that, hey, this is with my brother, my bro, and surely I won't fight for it. That's true. But have you thought about what happened after that? Like Yvonne mentioned one of the questions, right? Who is going to take over? Are they able to work together? So estate planning will help business owner to make sure that your business can sustain on, not just your generation, but for generations to come. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And also the second thing a lot of forget is that you cannot just plan for yourself as a business owner. Your wife, all these also need a proper will and proper planning. Because I just have one very recent example where one of my clients, the dad is a business owner, but recently go bankrupt. The wife, right, didn't have any wills at all and recently passed on. So you know what will happen or not? By the Estate Succession Act, right, 50% goes to the father, 50% of the asset goes to the daughter. But what happened to the father's share, you know? Because he's bankrupt, finally have everything go to the creditor. So my customer, my friend, the daughter, if they've done something right, they could just pass everything to the daughter, then won't have this issue. Now he's left half, the other half goes to the creditor. Yeah, and a lot of times people never think about I need to do for my family as well. If not, these kind of things can happen.
Yeah, that means as a father, as a founder of the business, when we plan asset planning, must think about our families and whether they can receive the business and money also. And another question I just now Bernard mentioned, let's say I'm not around, and is my business still carry on or not? Even my children get the money, but like Alan Look company will last for another 10 years and 20 years. So my next question is, how to ensure my business continuity by estate planning? What is my exit plan, Yvonne?
Okay. So maybe I will share a real life case study first, which is the Swatao restaurants. Okay. I'm sure most of us will have heard of this old brand, Swatao restaurant. So it used to have 18 restaurants. Okay. The owner bought over the restaurant in 1988. Okay, like so many years ago, right? And suddenly he died. Yeah, suddenly he died in 1992 in Japan after a stroke. Yeah, so after his death, it was chaotic in its operations in Singapore. Yeah, 500 jobs, right, were lost. And no money was coming into the Singapore, to fund the operations from Japan. So there is no money to pay the suppliers also and the creditors. Then there were disputes. Okay, there were also disputes over the rental, the leasing matters as well. So his wife actually came to Singapore to settle the company's affairs. So his wife is 100% housewife. Yeah, and she had no clue. She had no clue about the business and the operation. So in the end, whoever bought over this Swatao business, right, had to settle debts of more than 6 million, Sing dollars 6 million, and allocated a token. The token is about 5-digit sum to the owner's wife. Okay, so why I say this story is because I think this is one great learning lesson for SMEs to prevent from suffering similar fate as Swatao restaurant. So the impact would have been reduced if the owner had put in place a business succession plan. Okay, so when a business owner passes away, there will be a few major issues that will surface. Okay, I will identify them later on. So once business owners are aware of these issues, strategies and the plannings right, can then be put in place and in order. Okay, so some of the plans can include, next slide is the buy-sell agreement. Okay, so buy-sell agreement is also known as the business continuity agreement. Okay, it's a well-drafted buy-sell agreement, right, which is designed to prevent selling off the company because the surviving partners, right, wants to exit the business. And no one can agree on the price or the terms. So it also prevents serious disputes, okay, on any key issues among the partners or active family members, and prevent against disputes and then going to the court because there's a lack of agreement on who should take control of the business. Okay, so this is the buy-sell agreement. The other part is on debt cancellation. So if the business owner who passed away, right, is the chief negotiator, okay, in loans and in credit lines with the financial institutions like the bank, okay. So without this key owner, right, the business will not be able to obtain, for example, more loans to keep the operation going, or enjoy the credit facility from the bank. Okay, what's still the bank may force this company, right, to settle outstanding loans immediately. So if this is to happen, right, so is there a plan in place to remove this financial risk? Okay, so this is the second consideration. Okay, thirdly is the key man. If the death of the business owner will cause a significantly loss in the running and the profitability of the business, right, then this business owner is considered a key person or key man, yeah, in the business. Then the company should therefore look for solutions to manage the risk against the loss of its services. Okay, lastly, okay, is the staff retention. Okay, don't forget that there will be employees in the company. There will be key employees as well that will keep the company going and ensure smooth operations, yeah, and contribute to the company's profitability as well. So this group of personnel should not be neglected, and business owner can consider a program to retain them, who then be able to put in their heart and soul to continue to contribute to the company, even if the business owner passes away. Yeah.
But for me, it's like I'm just SME, so every year maybe my revenue is like only like 100,000. Do I need this? And is it expensive to have this kind of plan?
Okay, so not all businesses have to go through all these four plans like I've discussed before. So maybe for SMEs, right, can consider, is there any existing debt? Okay, and usually, right, the bank will get the owners to be a personal guarantor. Okay, so if the business owner is a personal guarantor to this bank loans for the business, right, then they have to do some planning, because in the event there's no way to repay the bank in the event that this owner passed on, the bank will go after your estate. Then your estate might go bankrupt. So you will be forced to sell all your assets. Yeah, your house, your assets will all be sold. Yeah, to pay off the creditors.
So that means 小要小做，大也大做啦. I mean, it's even a small business, I still need exit plan. It's like just like how much services we need to do it. Let's say to do arrangements won't be so expensive. Like just like, I mean, for me, let's say I go to the heaven, I look down, I see that if I have Yvonne and Bernard to handle my business, I think I'm very peaceful lah. So I think this is the point. It's not about big business or small business, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not about big business only.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now it's very interesting to really go deeper to understand what is these two speakers in their life, you know. So okay, I go back to the first question. Sorry. Okay, I want to know what are the most touching experiences serving client in the will and estate planning? It's what I say, like every day we talk about their life. Like, what is the most touching experience for these two speakers? Like, you can really share with us.
Okay, most touching.
Most touching.
I think right, what touches me is that we're really able to help identify potential problems right before it ever happens. So and it really helps to prevent all these clients right from facing all this trouble that we mentioned just now. So I share one example, one client. So they do a handphone accessory business. It's a family business. The nephew is involved, the brothers are involved, everything. But do you know that their company structure is just a sole proprietor in one of the brothers' name? Yeah, they thought that when it's a family business, but if it's not around, things continue. But it's not true, right? If it's sole proprietor pass away, the things get dissolved, and it doesn't really pass on. It's not a private limited company. So, and the things happen is that he recently got critically ill, so can be any time. Yeah, so luckily we discovered this early. I share with them. Then I link him up with my accounting and lawyer friends, right, for them to help him restructure the whole thing to a private limited. Of course, it takes some time now. They have to. The accountant tell me that it take a few years for them, the accounts, everything to做nicely. But at least right, they started on this process. Will not anytime suddenly face the business totally gone and cannot pass down.
Yeah. The piece is like when your client actually may not have all the knowledge about how to pass on the business or money, and you come in and intervene, and so that they can, like, from a sole proprietorship become a private limited, easily like pass the wealth inheritance to their children and family members. Am I correct?
Yes, correct. And the client really was very happy and touched. I keep telling he invited me to his like son's wedding, all those kind of things. Like he was really, if not for you, he said, I didn't know could have such a big problem, and my brother don't know any time can be gone.
Yeah, because every day you help people. Why? But this particular case, so touching to you. I don't feel it. I know you every day help people.
This is one of the first few that first few cases that I see that even though in the end it's not I didn't get any much business per se. Most of it from the accountant and the lawyer, right? But it really helped to prevent family tragedy. The whole family is based on this, surviving on this family business. If they never do anything and things happen, the whole family suffers. And then now they are okay, everything is smooth, things can go on continuity. So I really think it's very good.
I think Bernard is the supporter, although it doesn't get a lot of financial benefit. He's happy when see people are happy. I got it. Okay, how about Yvonne? What's the most touching experience in serving client in will and estate planning in your life?
Okay, so in one of my meetings with a client, so she was diagnosed with cancer when she was in her 20s. Yeah, so she was pregnant. When she young, and she was pregnant.
Some more.
Yeah, and no choice have to terminate the pregnancy because she has to undergo chemo treatment, very harsh treatment, right?
Yeah,
so today, okay, anyway, she's a happy mother with 3 children, okay, all below 10 years old. So as we were discussing about appointing guardianship for her 3 minor children, so basically guardianship is appointing guardian who will take over to take care of her children legally when both parents, both mother and father pass away in a common disaster. So at this point, when she talked about that, she started to break down and cry. So she think of a young children. So as a mother myself, I know the pain. Okay, I know the pain in her heart because we will think what will happen to our children, right? If this is really to happen, then how can the children so young have to handle sadness or the grief of losing their parents, and then will they be able to cope growing up, okay, without their parents around? Yeah, and then they won't be around in their major milestones, okay, they won't be around in all their ups and downs. So I okay, but it's one thing that is very touching, especially when I speak to mothers, and especially for her case, because she had that illness before, and then she has children. She knows that any time, you don't know, okay, who knows what will happen, right? Well, okay, so she's happy that she had made the necessary arrangements in her will, and although cannot totally replace living parents, Okay, but will definitely allow the transition for the kids, right, less painful for her children. And then at the same time, and equally give this client this assurance, that her children will be well taken care of by someone that she trusted. Yeah, should anything happen to her and her husband.
Yeah, so that means it's a lot of compassion. Although you're doing your job, Yvonne is also like put in the client's shoes to understand what is their feeling. The touching moment is like because when people are in a very difficult situation, you come in and you will have a chance to help them.
Yes, that's right.
It's very emotional, right? For your how do you manage the emotion when the customer share all these details with you?
Yeah, you may talk about it. I also emotional already. Well, not really go and in the job. How to handle your emotion?
Very importantly is I must stand by tissue paper.
I have one here.
And then I cannot cry. Okay? As a professional, I cannot cry. So what I can do only is really listen and empathize. Okay, then it gives me all the more reasons that I must plan well for her, for my client. Yeah.
Bernard, agree?
Yeah, and actually, I feel that in reality, like in practice, it's not that gloomy. And actually, a lot of time we are not talking about death. We are talking about love. It's really they do this planning, right? They want to say, I want to make sure that my kids are like that. I want to make sure it's that. So to me, I don't feel a lot of gloomy stuff so far. Yes, we think about that, but the focus is on like what they want, the outcome, the love, the intention. So I think it's actually quite happy.
Okay, so touching moment and also very happy and emotion. Very complicated, you guys. And my next question, I want to really不客气啦, so directly ask. Why do I have to carry on in this industry? Every day you have to talk about life and death. You talk, from the starting until now, we talk about death. We will die, then we will die. Then, so how are you? What make you like carry on in this industry? Any one of you?
I say first or better?
You say first.
Okay. Okay. So for me is I had a very bad car crash that happened to me in 2003.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
I was
it's
more than 10 years, 15 years already.
17 years ago. Yeah.
Oh my God. Just happened yesterday, like that, right?
Yes. Every time I'm reminded of this. Yeah. And at that time I was 7 months pregnant.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was 7 months pregnant with my eldest son. All right. Okay. So today he's taller than me already. So he's 17 years old already. So yeah, he's bigger than me. So at that time when it happens, right, everything around me was in a total confusion. Yeah. So the unpleasant smell of the airbag, that was activated. It was really smelly and powdery. And then my head was spinning. Okay, when it crashed. So I felt a total relief when I realized that my husband was still able to assure me everything is okay. Before he stepped out of the car to check what is the situation of this accident.
Oh, you mean in the car, you and your husband's there?
Yeah, me and my husband was driving, and then we were in the cross junction, and we had our right of way to go straight. The opposite direction, they just turned, and then they just bang onto us. Yeah. So then my next worry came. Okay, is my baby inside my tummy okay or not? And then usually I will feel his movements because 7 months pregnant, my tummy very big already. Yeah, but after the accident, I cannot feel him anymore, and then I started to worry. Yeah, my thoughts at that time were not about me anymore. Okay, but it's about my husband, whether is he okay, and also about the baby, whether is he okay in my tummy. I don't know. So in fact, the accident happened at the cross junction, just outside my parents' house. At Amokyo. Yeah, then they came into my thoughts as well. Yeah, so if things really goes bad, right? So what will happen to my parents? And so it's like estate planning.
How do this accident inspire you to carry on in this industry?
So I want to say that estate planning, right, it's not about what happens. It's all about what happens after death. Okay, but it's never about ourselves. Okay, if I do the estate planning, okay, it's not all about ourselves, but it's for the people that we love. Okay, just exactly what went through my head when the car accident happened. I didn't think about me, but what came into my mind was my husband, my baby, my parents. All of them just came into my mind. So in every meeting that I have with my clients, right, we know that death is certain. Full stop. Okay, death will come, just that we do not know when. So the meeting discussion, right, is we were all about how can they still take care of their family members and loved ones even though they are not around. Okay, so these are not depressing topics, in fact, but there's a sense of assurance. There is a sense of joy. Okay, like what Bernard has shared earlier on. It's because you know that when you have done this planning, even though you are still not around, you know that your family members, your loved ones will still be well taken care of when the time is up. Yeah, so for this, I thank God that He has given me this second chance to continue, my life journey and still able to help other people.
Now I understand. So why you still carry on to do this industry when every day talk about life and that? Because you experienced it before, and you know that when you experience it, what people think and feel. That's why you are the right person in this industry. So that's why when you carry on in this industry, life and death is not an issue. Is the most important is helping your audience. Am I correct to say that?
That's right. Yes, that's right.
Wow,
especially
very
to your
touching.
loved ones.
Wow, touching until I can see Yvonne is like very emotional. Okay, Bernard, don't run away. You still have to share. Why you still carry on to this industry? Every day there's something that people don't like to talk about, but you have to talk about every day. You never think about giving up, man.
Of course, I don't have as dramatic a story as Yvonne, near-death experience.
Oh, you say Yvonne is dramatic.
溏心风暴.
Life's like a drama lah.
Yeah, I started off my career as insurance agent 13 years ago. So it's along the years that I realized that it's just half the equation. I can help them get insurance to make sure the family have the money. But without the proper estate planning, right, the money may not go to do the things that they wanted to. They signed up the policy because they want to take care of the kids, but like all the things that if you don't have a proper plan, you may not take care of your kids also. And I think that's worse. You don't buy, you know that you never be responsible. Now it's you buy already, you never do the second half, then it's like just wasted all the effort. Yeah, so that's why later on when I mature in my career, then I actually start to take up the AEPP course to understand more estate planning and transit to actually provide this service for my customer as well. And also for me it's quite an exciting challenge. Every case is different, every family, every situation is different. So it's it's very exciting. Not exciting. I shouldn't use the word exciting. It's just a challenge. It's not bored. You don't bored. You won't see like every day see the same old client doing the same old thing. It's not like that. Everybody is different.
I mean, from a normal person, like I don't know. I mean, when we ask a question, why people will do business in funeral business, and for yours guy, it's like why I have to talk about death and life every day. Now I understand, right? I think 你们都是过来人啊. You experienced it before. And then you know that when you either someone helped you before and then now you are going to help someone that's why you're in this industry.
I think basically also to make sure that all the plans are being taken care, how to protect your family, your loved one, and make sure that they have the funds to carry on, like your kids are still young, they have funds for education and things like that. So I will see it as like a proper kind of a planning to have some assurance for your family. I think I see it that point more than life or death that you take the responsibility to plan for your family and your parents, your children. I think that is a very noble and very important, like what I see.
It's actually everything is about love lah. So okay, my second last question to yours is like, okay, I understand why you want to join the industry, but if someone say that if I want to join your team, you join your industry, what is your advice? Will you say that? Tell them don't join because it's very challenging.
Of course not.
Of course, so what is your advice? If I want to join now, no, I want to join.
Yeah.
But I cry easily. Like, can I join or not? Or I have no feeling at all. So can I join or not?
Okay. What I would tell them is must have the ability to empathize lah. Yeah, and always think from the client's perspective. Then it will be more meaningful, and then you can plan more properly because client, right? Our clients spend most of their lifetime working so hard, to provide their family with a comfortable life. So the few hours that they spend with them on estate planning has to be meaningful, and it has to be done well. Okay, and lastly, also secondly, I think it's very important is to have the confidence. Don't drag too long to work on your first case. Let's say I'm newly appointed estate planner. Don't drag on too long to work on that first case because we have to apply our learned knowledge right into practice. So can always start with your own will writing of your own loved ones first. So once you get the hang of it, you know how to do it. Then it's not a tough journey ahead.
How about Bernard? Any advice if I want to join?
Yeah, for me, I would say that first you really have to understand that it's really something very important, and your service, right? If you do it properly, can make a difference. So you need to have that conviction, and it's not just about quickly getting the planning done, the will done, so that you can close the case or not. Because your client won't know whether the plan is good or not. And even for us, it's always a constant learning journey. We have to always ask each other around, but basically put yourself in the customer family situation and see how to best help them prevent all the pitfalls. So have a conviction that what you do does make a huge difference if you do it well or you don't do it well.
No, I'm more concerned is because I'm an auditor, so I recruit a person to be an auditor in my team. I look at it, can they have the skill to communicate? Do they have the skill of data analysis or something? But your industry, what kind of character they need to join? Because for me, I don't think it's a normal person can join, every day face all this kind of sensitive topic. And the people won't like, you'll come to me, 我看到你就要讲什么死我死后怎么样啊？哇！So what's the character of a person if they want to join yours?
Actually, a lot of our colleagues, right, come from related industries like insurance agent, property agents. Because all this already dealing a customer is like quite a natural add-on service to help them better manage. I think a lot. Recently, also because of the COVID, a lot of businesses are closing down. I start to get friends who are in like events trade. They don't have business. They ask, hey, actually, is it hard to do this estate planning business a lot? So actually, I don't think you need to be of a specific trade. If you are interested to help people, come and take a look. Yvonne, what about you?
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel that nowadays our customers, they are no longer afraid of talking about life and death. So far my customers, they all know that it will come eventually. And now the awareness is even higher, especially with this pandemic. Things just come suddenly, and like the same for death or for accident can just come suddenly. And then if you are caught off guard, then how? Then what will happen? I think something is not many people will want to be in this business definitely because it's not an easy business. As you said, it's always so depressing, and then they may feel the fear that I don't think people want to talk to me now because it's all about life and death. Then people will just chase you away. But to me, I feel that as long as there is this purpose right in you, it's a purpose in you, it should not be a tough thing to go through.
Okay. I think it's a passion. So almost the end of our program, but don't go first because I want to ask the speaker. Before you go, like when even the audience will forget everything you talk about today, what is the last sentence in this program only? What do you want to say to the audience so they can remember you or remember will and estate planning? One sentence or one word.
Okay. So if okay, I would say that if okay, a sentence, if no plans were made for, okay, what happens after death, right? It is simply making plans, right, for your family to have a rough time lah, over your assets. Yeah.
Okay. Bernard?
Yeah.
For me, I would think that estate planning is about living with love lah. So basically, plan it so that you can leave your love behind for your family.
Thank you very much. It's so inspiring. It was so inspiring. Okay, today's the takeaway is sharing two things. Value your time more than your money. So when we are doing our estate planning and will, where we should do it, because it's about after we die, right? But don't forget, when you have the time with your loved one, value the time when we are still around. And the second thing is like, when we do a will or asset planning, maybe you think it's a small love, it's not a 小事情啦，做一个 will, but love is doing small things with great love. That's what Bernard said, that it's all about love. So thank you very much. Jose, you want to say something before we go?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Also that SME owners not just plan for their own will and estate planning. Sometimes also that their business partner or even their wife, their parents also need such planning, so that at least everyone can actually take care of each other, and nothing is being like lost or unclear. So I think that's one important point. It's not just only for SME owners, but also for their family members, their business owners, their partners, their families, their wife, and things like that. So as you can see from this QR code, you can just scan, and then the contact details of Bernard and Yvonne will be reflected from your this QR scanning. If not, you can see over there their email. So anything, you can just forward your email to them, and they will be most welcome to share with you and to discuss with you about your succession planning or any other issues that you all want to share and talk about it. So we are quite grateful to invite both of them to join us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Yvonne. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.